I was as surprised as you when I heard that President Obama had won the Nobel Peace Prize, but I was much more surprised a few days earlier when an international poll showed that the United States has suddenly become the most admired country in the world. Indeed, 4 days before the news of Obama's Nobel Peace Prize, the Anhold GfK Nation Brand poll of more than 20,000 people in the Americas, Europe, Asia, and Africa ranked the U.S. as the country with the best nation brand in the world. Last year, the same poll had placed Germany as the country with the best world image, and the U.S. was ranked number 7. The survey asked people to rate not only the government, but also countries' exports, the friendliness of their people, the beauty of the landscape, everything. Interestingly, the new country brand and Obama's Nobel Peace Prize come at a time when everybody seems to be forecasting the demise of the U.S. as a superpower. Just a few days earlier, the International Olympic Committee had decided to award the 2016 Summer Olympics to Rio de Janeiro, leading opinionators to say that this was evidence that the U.S. has lost its clout in world affairs. And at the same time, the G20 had decided to give greater economic powers to countries such as China, India, and Brazil. And the World Bank had forecast that the US dollar will gradually lose its former strength. And also, international tests are showing indeed, that Asian students continue to outperform their American counterparts in math and sciences. So everybody was saying, bye-bye USA. My opinion, I'm a little bit skeptical about the conventional wisdom that America is about to cease being a superpower today, overnight. The U.S. economy is still bigger than the 4 countries that follow it combined. And if you take into account the new nation brand poll we just talked about, as well as Obama's Peace Prize, and perhaps more importantly, the fact that virtually all Nobel Prize winners in physics, chemistry, medicine that were announced in recent days, they were all Americans. If you take into account all of that, it's hard to conclude that America is doomed. All superpowers eventually lose their former might, and the US will certainly be no exception to the rule. I'm just not convinced that it will happen overnight or anytime in the very near future.